All right, everybody. How's it going? How are ya? So, I have already done this once. I just unfortunately forgot to record my audio because, you know, that's just how it is. So, Crusader Kings 3 just released their newest DLC. That is Tours and Tournaments. Now, this offers a wide variety, I might add, of new features for Crusader Kings. It's currently going for $30 on Steam. From what I have seen so far, to be honest, I think it's worth it. It is a very, very neat little time. But what we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to go ahead and select our good old perks here. Go with Bell and Justin. Now, an important thing to note and remember is that in order to host these, you need a decent sum of money. You're going to see some new icons and some new benefits, buffs, and bonuses. The first one that we're going to talk about is actually your men-at-arms. So, we have our Bondi here, right? So if we click on the Bondi, you'll notice right here it says unstationed. You're like, that's new. So, if you come into here, you'll see not stationed in any holding, and if you click the change stationed holding, you can see what kind of buffs and bonuses they get. So they get additional toughness and additional damage depending on where they are stationed. Depends on the bonuses that they get. Now, something very important to note is that you can only have one of your men-at-arms regiments stationed in a city at any particular given time. So we're going to go ahead and have them stationed there. That gives them an immediate bonus. We are also going to come into here, and we are going to go ahead and pick up... We got Bondi there, so we'll go ahead and pick up the Huskarls. Perfect. We'll select them. We'll give them somewhere to be stationed. We're going to station them in Skalaholt. And we're going to let them grow in size a little bit until we can reliably wage war on our neighbors here who have Vigman and Bondi as well. Come here, we can declare wars. We have few champions. We are currently not employing a court position, which is alright at the moment. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and come over here, see if we can get anybody. We can get Einar, which, you know what, let's go ahead and do it. We'll recruit him to court. He only costs 3 gold. Come on in, bud. We're going to check out our council here, make sure everybody's happy and that they like us at least a little bit. They do. So we'll come back. We're going to find ourselves a spouse who has a decent amount of alliance power. It looks like our strongest one is Jorn Kellis' daughter. Now, her skills aren't particularly... nice. So we're going to go back to relevance, please. Thank you. It looks like Joran is the best choice still, however. And we have Astrid there, who has a pretty good culmination of skills. However, I think what we will do is we will go with Joran. Not my first choice, but, you know, take what we can get. We'll send the proposal for that. We have our alliance formed. Rest for the weary. Sweaty, tired, and in need of food, a long day of training with the troops is coming to an end. As we search for a place to camp, we spot an old and abandoned castle in the distance. Cracking my knuckles, I declare, that is where we will make our camp tonight. The sun is setting, and with every step towards the ruin, it looks more ominous. Before long, the soldiers are whispering about ghosts. Let us venture inside. I'm sure there's treasure to be found. Let us raise tents outside. It is time to rest. So we could increase our soldiers' morale for 10 years. That's great. That gives us a +2 advantage in battle. Or, you know, we hold off and wait. So I think we go inside. With this one, we could gain the trait brave, which we don't have. And it would, or we gain stress and dread. Or we search the upper floors and we find some cash. I'll take some cash. Well, we found 15 gold. But now we've gained the ability to host a grand tournament. The grand tournament itself costs 260. So maybe not, you know. Maybe we don't. So for now, we'll X out of that. We'll get rid of that. We don't really have the cash as of right now to do that. However, if we were to raise, say, a band of raiders, we could easily gain that cash. Now, tournaments are very interesting in what they have going on. So let's just go here. We'll plan the grand tournament. You can add a contest. For the contest, you can pick archery, or you can pick recital. You can also choose jousting or melee, depending on what type of government you have. In order to select this, we're going to go ahead and pick archery. Right? So, okay. The contest costs 50 prestige, 25 gold. We can make that. And then you have the option to either spectate, which you gain nothing, but you also risk nothing, or you could participate. We're going to choose to participate, right? So, we don't have a caravan master. That's alright. We'll go ahead and pick Girder. Congratulations, Girder. Triumph. We can pick a champion. Now, if you pick a champion, your champion will fight for you. They have a chance to win, and then you share whatever prizes you win with them. We're not going to do that. No problem. We're going to close that. And now, as you can see, we can't start it. However, you also... There's a couple of other things I can talk about here. Now, you can pick your intent. So, there is the recreation, which is going to be reducing stress. There's triumph, in which you gain all the rewards, should you win, of the tournament. You can attempt to recruit and speak with powerful knights. Or, if you're up to more devious means, you also have the murder and seduce options. So, you can pick a target during which and attempt to do promiscuous or ill-begotten deeds, we'll say, to another character near or in your realm. You got a pesky vassal that you want to get rid of? There you go. You find somebody with really good traits that you like? There you go. Or you have the option to befriend them. Say there's a neighboring ruler who you really don't want to go to war with. They have a negative opinion of you, so, you know, you swing with the befriend option. So, the next thing that you can do is you can come over to your accommodations, right? So you can pick different options based on what's available. So right here, we'll do ramshackle tents. And we'll come up here and we'll do simple prizes. Prize artifacts will be lower, though decent quality. And these are artifacts that could become in forms of any of the equipable items that you would get on your character normally from raiding, warfare, so on and so forth. When I chose fine prizes, I got an excellent war bow for winning the prize. I also chose archery. So, you have the availability to win a decent amount of money. Now, the things that you're seeing over here as far as the travel goes, if I had chose to make the tournament over here, and then you would have to cross and travel this open ground, your caravan master, much like any of your other positions or roles within your kingdom, has certain buffs depending on how good they are as a caravan master, much like an antiquarian. So this one, they are our worst option, but all of our options are bad. We get 113% speed boost. It'll tell you the travel time at which it'll take you to get to where you're going, and then the safety rating of your journey itself. We have 0 because we aren't going anywhere. However, were we to go to Skalahot, we would have to travel through a taiga, which increases the danger by plus 55. There's a 1% chance of danger. and then we would have to cross plains. So, not really any issue for us. There's still only a 1% chance of danger. However, say your kingdom was, oh, I don't know, the size of good old Francia over here, right? And say you held your tournament up here in order to increase your county control in that area. So you would have to travel from all the way down here up to here. You're probably thinking, Wolfen, that sounds ridiculous. Hey, maybe. But you have options, right? Your travel options. Right now we're at no cost. If you click on your travel options, you get a wide variety of things to remove the possible dangers or increase the speed of your travel, right? So just as an example, we're not going to go through all these, just a couple of them. Experience captains. Your sea danger drops by 45%. Your coastal sea danger drops by 45%. That allows you to get from point A to point B much safer, right? And as you can see here, there's a 12% chance of danger there because it's a coastal sea. There's a 1% off the Dogger Bank. The North Sea has a 1%, but the sea itself generates a plus 75 danger rating. Now, there's a lot of things to consider depending on where your kingdom is, what you're doing, and that's where the options come in, right? So we're going through a jungle. We want jungle stalkers. We're going through mountains. You want mountaineers. Forders, wetlands, and floodplains just became that much safer. There's some other options here. Superior mounts, which increases your travel speed. Make haste. You trade speed for safety. And circumspect. Travel speed minus 10, but it reduces your hostile scheme resistance. So you have options. Now, say possibly your liege, and I don't know this for sure, so don't quote me on it. Possibly your liege hosts a tournament. They're going to be going on a tour. You want to get rid of your liege because you're next in line. They're going on their tour. You ambush them. You have a plus 50% chance because they're on that tour and they don't have the circumspect travel option selected. I don't know if that's possible, but it would be neat if it was, and I think that's really cool. Now, once you get into your actual tournament, there's going to be a couple of different options. You'll have a temple, you'll have a village, you'll have where the knights' tents go, you'll have the tournament grounds themselves, and I believe that there's one more, a tavern. Now, each of these do different things. The tavern in and of itself, from what I saw, is kind of just an area to reduce stress. The city/town allows you to increase your control in that area. Where the knights camp is, you can increase your relation with other knights. When I did it, I was playing as down here. I was playing over here in Thatan. And I was given the option to try and steal a neighboring ruler's chancellor, and they had great skills. I couldn't go for it because I didn't have the skill set for it, but I had that available to me, and I think that that's really cool. Outside of that, you have the chapel, where you can pray for a win or test your faith. Both of those are excellent options, as increasing your faith is one of the primary things that influence different aspects of the game, as many of you know. And then the tournament grounds themselves allow you to practice or spectate other competitors to see what your chances of winning or losing are. And then, like I said, there's one more, but I'm completely drawing a blank on it at the moment. But hosting tournaments is an excellent idea for your character, for your culture, and everything else. Also, I just want to say the amount of prestige that I generated. Sure, it took a large chunk of my money, but the amount of prestige that I generated from it completely and totally removed any of the ill feelings I had about spending 260 gold. I went from like 400 prestige to 1300 in like 2 seconds. So, I mean, you can definitely play these to your advantage. I have not practiced the Grand Tour or Grand Wedding events yet. However, I do plan on doing that soon. I'll be making videos on each of those respectively, and we will go from there. So, there is a lot of other additions as well, icons and things like that that I have not seen before. So, for instance, if we wanted to, let's see here, one moment, go to our core tiers. You have two more options here. So I don't remember these two having like little emotes, I guess is what we'll say, or emojis, really. I don't remember these. I remember the spouse one had one, Sway had one, Send Gift had one. I don't remember Educate Child having one, but there's some new ones of those as well. Now there's various other things that will influence your choices and decisions. That will also, like your skills, certain skills will impact how quick you're moving when you travel from place to place. For instance, here, Organized March, you get a travel speed of plus 25%. That relates into your travel from place to place in your kingdom on a tour. There's also a couple of other different ones that I saw, and there's been some changes, I believe, in the perks as well. It's just locating the ones that have their, right there, Accolade Glory. I don't remember that. What's that? An Accolade's glory increases its accolade rank. Glory is gained by the acclaimed knight winning battles, defeating warriors, competing in grand tournaments, contests, and attending activities. However, the Accolade's glory is lowered when the acclaimed knight is involved in losing battles, on Accolade succession, and when the Accolade becomes an inactive Accolade. So there's a whole new layer of things here available to you. So just for the out of the interest of it, let's host the hunt activity, right? So you may gain the Glory Hound. Glory Hound vassals care about standing and prestige, and showing the world the strength of the realm they're part of. Bold or discompassionate vassals often adopt this vassal stance. So that's interesting. Vassal stances. Vassal stance. Every vassal has a vassal stance, which affects the opinion they have with you as their liege, and which heir they prefer as a successor to the realm. Vassals in the same stance will like and dislike the same things. For example, all Glory Hound vassals dislike when you lose wars. Every vassal stance prefers one specific heir upon succession. Each preferred heir will get an opinion bonus if the primary heir is not preferred. They will instead get an opinion penalty. Your vassal stances are courtly, parochial, Glory Hound, zealot, minority, and minor landholder. So courtly vassals believe in nobility and tradition and wish to preserve existing hierarchies. Social or compassionate vassals often adapt this vassal stance. Excuse me. Courtly vassals like when their liege gives them court positions, creates new titles, and invites them to feast activities. Courtly vassals dislike when their liege gives titles to low-born characters, marries a low-born character, disinherits non-disputed heirs. So that's interesting. There's going to be a lot of changes to how you play the game, I think, with these sorts of things included. We don't have any vassals yet, so it's hard to see what the impact is. But, like I said, I plan on creating more episodes to really flesh out what we got going on here. You've got parochial. Parochial vassals want stability, decentralization, and peace, and for the realm to stay out of outside affairs. Honorable or reserved vassals often adopt this vassal stance. They like when you basically build up your infrastructure. Glory Hounds, they like wars. You have your zealots, which is going to be religion-based. Minority lords. This one sounds interesting. Minority vassals feel that their faith or culture is marginalized by their liege. So this would be, it sounds like when you vassalize a different culture into your own. Minority vassals like when their liege uses the Promote Culture Acceptance Counselor task. Interesting. And then we have minor landholder. Minor landholder vassals wish for freedom and low taxes. All Baron tier rulers will adopt this vassal stance. They like it when there's low crown authority. They dislike it when you revoke baronies or you have high crown authority. So this is going to kind of put an axe into your, spreading out your domain by handing it off to vassals who don't matter. That's very, very interesting. It's very interesting indeed. And then I assume, pilgrim trait. You can host a feast. You may gain a courtly vassal opinion. It's interesting. So they've added a lot to your activities that you can host. That is very interesting indeed. So we're going to go ahead and host this hunt. So now there's options for hunts. Hunt. You can choose a quarry from a variety of local animals. Increases Venator Hunter trait experience. Higher peril grants more prestige. Martial sexes may actively participate. Non-martial sexes may spectate. So we can choose Hunt, we can choose Falconry, or we can choose Legendary. Requires a legendary sighting reported in your realm. Legendary sighting. A mythical animal has reportedly been sighted in this county. It's very, very interesting. So we're going to go ahead and choose Hunt. We'll confirm that. We will choose where we want to hunt. So we get plus options for areas that have certain things in them. So we're going to choose Borgamirum. Travel time. We have a 12% chance of danger because it's a coastal sea. Activity options. Search parties. Flushing gangs. We'll do flushing gangs, and for this one, we'll do a reasonable party. We could do a substantial party, which increases the cost to 65. Or we could do an intimate party. A group of myself, my spouse's friends, lovers, and other hunters join. So we're going to go ahead and do a substantial party. Because why not? Why wouldn't we? So you have different options here for your hunt's intent, much like the tournament. So for this one, we are going to do... We're going to focus on slaying the beast. So we'll confirm that. Actually, let's see what these... So this one seems like the only one that's different. The other ones are the obvious names that they improve. So for slaying the beast, you just want a good hunt and to be the one who brings down your quarry. So we'll confirm that. You can actually pick and choose your guests. You could bring in rivals, lovers, close family, extended family, knights, court guests, and other players. So we'll close that out and get this started. We'll go ahead and hit play. A fresh start. We reach our next destination in 12 days. As you can see here, you can see the route that your ruler and his entourage is taking to the hunt, and then the route that they will take back to Reykjavik. So we made it here. We have our success chance, which is sitting at 37%. We are going to go ahead and select soon. What do we have here? You're waiting for the hunt to begin. 3 days until the next activity phase chance. So we'll wait. 3 days have passed. That's the game. Einar assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the forest near Borgamirum. My many gamekeepers and flushers have been poring over the area for tracks and fumes. While there is sadly no sign of a buck in the area, there are evidently plenty of foxes. So here, you can see the peril and the prestige. So the peril and the prestige both based on what type of animal is in that area. We will choose... We'll choose the wolf. We'll see what happens when that occurs. A hunt master. So we are going to appoint Vamundr as our master of the hunt. He was our only option. My party and I stalked through a copse, eyes peeled for any sign of a wolf. From the canopy above, A soft twittering spills forth, growing louder as we advance. It's a nestling screeching for its mother. An agile huntsman brings down a fluffy ES, an unfledged raptor chick from the birch. What luck! Only young birds caught in the wild can be properly trained to hunt. Now we can choose to keep this, in which we get a hunting raptor for 5 years. Our prestige goes up by +1 per month, which we're going to take. Our vassal opinion is +5. Our court grandeur bonus goes to +1. We could give it as a gift. He'll gain 15 opinion of me. He's my steward, my master of the hunt, and my champion. Or we could say put it back. We'll gain 150 prestige, and our success chance increases slightly. However, we don't lose any if we take it, so we're going to take it. No problem. No biggie. Poachers here in the chieftain's woodland. They huddle together as I ride up with my guards, making a poor job of hiding the dead stag behind them. We did not do this. Please have mercy, glorious chieftain. Their blades and bows belie their words. So now you have some other options. We could punish poachers for 10 years. Holding taxes, we get plus 10%. Popular opinion drops. We lose 15 stress. In this one, we have a 42% chance to gain some gold, some prestige. We're going to go ahead and do this first one. And then we will see what the next event does. Ooh, he decreased our success chance. My champion Einar signals across the forest. The whole wolf pack crouches in a hollow not far off. The beasts bolt up on our approach, howling the alarm as they retreat into the dense undergrowth, fangs snarling. We chase after the fleeing silver vermin, focusing on the largest of the group. Now begins the real chase. So we have a bumbling master of the hunt. So he spent 35 prestige, and our success chance decreased. So you have some options here. Things that create stress, something that is more perilous. Hunt peril. The unpredictability of even gentle wild beasts, coupled with the frenzy of the chase, has undone many a mighty warrior. More perilous animals will grant greater prestige to the hunter. The remoteness of the wilderness and abundance of opportunity should also not be ignored when choosing guests. Ah, see, that last portion there is very important. If you wanted to get rid of, say, I don't know, a pesky liege or a pesky neighbor, you take them off into an unpopulated area, heavily forested, mountainous, so on and so forth, and they accidentally fall off a cliff. Oh, tragic. The next thing you know, you're the leader of Francia. That's pretty excellent, in my opinion. But we'll ride after it. We'll see what happens. Maybe the wolf gets me and I don't live through it. Like all game, the slippery wolf has many tricks, blenches, and ruses that can fool even experienced hunters. My steward Vamunder has halted the party. The wily wolf has been doubling to and fro, retracing its steps and running trails to throw us off the scent. There is no agreement over which course to follow, and each moment we tarry puts us further from our prize. Now, some different options here, as you can see. I think we'll go with the first one. He's not the smartest man, but... Alright, so it worked out for us. The success chance increased, so we'll see if we can bag this wolf. Ooh. Ooh. So we've got some options here, right? After hours of riding, we are finally cornering the wily beast. Our chase has not been in vain. Whether tired or defiant, the wolf at last halts, turns towards us, and lets out an almighty howl. The huntsmen quickly surround the growling animal, which glowers at me, its bared fangs frothing and dripping with saliva. So, I will shoot it. We complete our slay beast intent. We lose 65 stress. We gain 50 prestige. Or, I will Bring it down myself. Greatly increases hunter trait experience. You complete your slay beast intent. You lose 75 stress. However, it becomes a prowess challenge. We have a 45% to gain 100 prestige, 37% to gain 75 and be seriously wounded, and 17% it kills me. Tragic. Spears forward ready. Every participant gains 33, 50% that it wounds someone. Every participant gains 16. A random participant is injured. 15% a random participant dies. Or we could unleash the hounds. You have a 30% chance to gain Savage Hounds, which gives you a 0.25 prestige modifier, or Savage Hounds, which gives you stress. So I think what we will do is we'll go ahead and attempt to bring it down ourselves. I heft my spear and cautiously move forward towards the exhausted animal. I choose my moment carefully, plunging my blade deep into its heart. Take that. 100 prestige gained. Just like that. So we have completed our hunt. Hunts like these are a pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. There is nothing quite like the thrill of bringing down a mighty beast. From under, the master of the hunt directs the breaking up, clumsily skinning the carcass before letting the game masters take over. We place the eager dog's share of spoils on the stretched hide before departing for camp and home. I'll keep a memento. You will become the owner of wolf fangs. Interesting. A masterwork trinket. We gain plus 0.08 prestige a month. Our stress gain is minus 4%. Gloryhound Vassal Levery contribution goes to plus 2%. Excellent. We gained 450 prestige. That is excellent. Our county there, we get a popular opinion of plus 25. And then every participating guest gained 225 prestige as well. We gained 3 trait experience in Venator, which is Hunter. Looks like, so each trait also has different paths as well, which is pretty interesting. And we'll have to get deeper into that. So we're going to keep that memento. So we gained the lifestyle trait Hunter. And we also gained the Wolf Fangs pendant. That is pretty cool. We'll finish the hunt there. And then with that, your liege and his entourage will return back to Reykjavik. And then our guy will be happy that he can go inside and relax once again. So if we come here, you can go ahead and equip that, and you get the benefits like you would get an artifact from waging war, raids, so on and so forth, which is pretty cool to me. But that's that, folks. That has covered the initial portion of the tournament. I'll be showing more later as we actually build a kingdom up. And then the hunt option itself, which was new to me, that was new for you and I. So, with that, folks, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Let me know if you like this video. I would like to make more of these. And we'll see how it goes. I'll catch you guys in the next one.